Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of EDU 600. It is Sunday morning at about 9:30 in the morning. Week number 2 is not complete yet. We still have today, so if you're a little behind on any of the work, the discussion forums, the readings, you still have time. And we will be moving into week number 3 actually tomorrow. And I'll give you a brief overview of what it is that I'm hoping everybody can accomplish this week. And I do want to mention right out of the chute, we have an optional Zoom meeting tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. You can use the same link that I sent out last week for the Zoom meeting that was canceled due to USM being canceled and the traffic or the road conditions. So once again, we have an optional Zoom meeting tomorrow, 6:30. If you cannot find the link to that meeting, please let me know, but it is in last week's materials. Okay, let's get to week number 3. And week number 3, we are continuing our exploration and our study into qualitative designs. And as you know, we're going to be moving from qualitative to quantitative to mixed and then case studies and single subject research. So we're still in the initial phase of qualitative design. We introduced the topic last week, and this week we dig into it a little further. And what I mean by that is we will be focusing on chapters 4 and 5, which to me emphasizes how to evaluate qualitative or quality research articles. And you will see that we're going to have the discussion forum this week is a group discussion. And I'll walk everybody through the group discussions and how that's going to proceed. So let's get right to it. So to do, let me move down here. To do, I'd like you to read chapters 4 and 5, paying special attention to those pages where I talk about, or in the textbook, are really specifically geared towards how do you even evaluate what a quality article is and what is a good qualitative article. And I've mentioned this before, but sometimes there's this misbelief out there that qualitative research is somehow not as good as quantitative research, meaning words are not as powerful or it's somehow not as scientific as numbers. Totally false. And so what you're reading this week, everybody's going to be reading an article and then we'll discuss it as a group. What you're reading is every bit as scientific and as high quality as a quantitative research article. So read chapters 4 and 5. Review the checklist for evaluating qualitative research. And, I introduced this last week. I'd like you to view this video. And it's on research literacy, qualitative research introduction. I repeat from time to time videos that just say are in week number 5. Sometimes I put them in 6. We circle back. And even sometimes if we're in week number 7, I insert a video that we use back in week number 3 because it's applicable to what we're studying at that time. So I'd like you to take or view the video by Jeff Beaudry. I'd like you to read and critique a qualitative article. And you can see I'll walk you through the steps that are involved with that. There's a checklist for evaluating, as I mentioned. So here are the groups. And I'll go just, through each one of those. Let me pull up this just so you can see what it is. I'm going to pull up this. My computer is very slow this week, so I do apologize. It's a PDF, and I have no idea why it is taking this long. But bear with it. Okay, so here's the PDF, and I switch things around, and I was having a little difficulty changing this to week 3, but bear with it. This is no consequences. I just shuffled things around recently. So you can fast forward. These correspond to the individual assignments. The first one is theory and literature review. Identify 3 keywords. How does this stance, considering this year's publication, on and on and on. The next one is the design and purpose, sample and setting, data collection, analysis, qualitative, or the evaluating the quality of the study, and this is where I direct you specifically to page 53, and then judging the quality of the study. And we judge it high, medium, and low. So let me go back to where we were. So that is right, that's the PDF right here, first page, and I say week 4 isn't 4th, this is week 3. So what we're doing, group number A, these are the members. And as you can see, this group is going to be reading. They'll individually read it, and then each person has been assigned one task that they will write about. So here's the title of the research, and you can see right below here's a link to it, and I also have down at the bottom additional links to the research. So in a nutshell, what I'd like you to do, if you look at, we'll focus in on group number A. We have Jenna. Jenna will answer the question, research review of theory and the conceptual framework of this study. Chris will write about the purpose and the design. Now this corresponds with what I just showed you, the PDF. So those are the prompts that you should follow. Once again, you don't need to write pages on this. Really, this is a summary. And so if Chris does the purpose and design, this is your opportunity to actually read and discuss as a group. And we go down the list. Linda's going to be doing the data collection, and Sophia is doing the evaluation. So that's what each group is going to do. Now, I do want to mention to everybody, this article that you are discussing as a group will be, for these people, you will have to write a qualitative critique coming up in a couple of weeks on this. So it's a little more than a group activity. This is actually like practice and talking about ideas, discussing as a group each one of these sections. I'm not going to go into great detail on the first qualitative critique that we have in this class, but I will say the importance of you discussing at this as a group. All of these, for the assignment, all of these will be discussed by you personally, but you can use your own materials, and then you can use what you discussed this week. So there's importance on this. You're going to be writing a paper on this. Group B, and what their article is, making it Facebook official, the same thing. These are the assignments. And Group C, here are the people involved. And what I'm asking in Group C, we only had 5 people in this group, so I'd like somebody to at least volunteer or take a shot at the evaluation. I say all, that could be anybody. I didn't want to specifically ask somebody to do extra, but I'd like, as a group, you talk about the evaluation of this study. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be reading this article individually, then we discuss it as a group. So where, you might ask, is this? Here, right down here. This is group number A. The lead person for each section creates a separate thread, and in this case, Jenna will take the lead on the research review and theory. And so that's what she would put in her, it could be her name, and it could be research review. And that would be an individual post for your group. So once again, everybody in Group A does their work in here. Group B does their work in this discussion. And Group C, they do it in this discussion. So that is it. 10 minutes. I do apologize. It's a little long, but I wanted to make sure I was clear with exactly what it is I'd like you to do. And you're looking at the video. When you get this, the video is going to be in. I just put in here the video is not in because I'm recording it, and I opted to delete the video that I used in, a previous class, but it will be in here. So that is it. If you have any question, please let me know. We have an optional Zoom meeting once again on, tomorrow, which is Monday, and it will be 6:30 to 7:30. Hope you can make it. If you have any questions in the meantime, please let me know, and I'll see everybody online. Bye.